Okay, good evening everybody. Thanks for coming. We do this as a community service on a monthly basis. Also for myself, as for my staff training also, because I train a lot over the other side for my staff, so this side I kind of neglect them if I don't come in and train. So I take this as a monthly training. We have alternate weeks. 1 week we do for, where's Kenny here?
Having dinner.
Oh. One month we do for the businesses. We focus on business, we talk about business, and I teach people how to do business because I consult with multinationals, large local conglomerates, currently in our corporate site in Damansara Perdana. So this is the education side. And the other alternate months I do for the mass community. Tonight is called Get Rich or Die Poor. There's a reason why it's called Get Rich or Die Poor. So if you are here, you either want to get rich or you want to die poor. So if you want to get rich, please raise your right hand and say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we want to get rich. How many of us here want to die poor? If you want to die poor, raise your left hand and say aye. Good. So we have the right people in the room for the right reason. The best part is, whatever I teach you, if I teach you and you really do what I tell you, that is going to happen. And that's true. So if you are here from Excellent Party, which means to say you either receive a flyer, this is absolutely free, we don't sell you anything at the end of the day. I just do this because I love to teach, that's all. And I want to help people to do better. It's as simple as that, okay? So the only thing that you can really do, if you find that after today's 1 hour is beneficial for you, definitely bring your family, bring your friends, bring whoever you think I can help and we can help make them become more successful and useful, yeah? So today is called Get Rich and Die or Die Poor. Markers, please. Wait, no marker for me. How am I supposed to teach? Last month I talked about eating market share from a business perspective. This topic today is meant for anyone and everyone to understand how can you get rich. There are very specific ways that you can get rich in Malaysia and in the world. Thank you very much. Francis didn't bring my big markers. Okay. So get rich or die poor. So you'll be thinking, what do you mean by get rich? How do you get rich? Anyone in this room is rich currently? No, huh? Okay, very good. Not rich enough, very good. Now, I didn't use the word wealth. Wealth and rich is two different things. Wealthy, you can be wealthy in health. You can be wealthy in relationship. You can be wealthy in spirituality. So that's wealth. Yeah, wealth can be in many forms. Rich is all about dollar cents. Dollar, money, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That is all about rich, okay? So what I'm going to do is, before I teach you how to get rich, I'm going to teach you how not to die poor first. After today, you will know how not to die poor. Then I will teach you how to get rich in Malaysia and the world. You look, you listen, you follow, guarantee it will happen to you. You know why? Because I learned all these things over my life and I put them into practice. And when I put them into practice, what happens to me?
You get rich.
I get rich. And the more I practice, I get richer and richer and richer and richer and richer and richer. And that's why they have this saying, the rich gets richer, the poor poorer. It's as simple as that. It's a fact of life. Okay? I teach this program under my Millionaire Business School. I charge 6,000 ringgit for 2 days for people to listen to me teach them. You get it for? Free. Fantastic, right? Sheikh is like, damn, I should have joined this company a long time ago. So there are how many things that you can die poor? 4 things. How many things? 4 things that makes you die poor. And everyone in the world die poor. Whether you're from China or not, it's the same one. Everywhere in the world, you die poor and you don't change and you don't listen and do some of these things, you will die poor forever and ever. Okay? The first thing that makes us die poor, the first thing that makes everyone in the world die poor is something what we call, the tax gentleman didn't come back. If the tax consultant came back, last month he came, he would know tax is the one reason why every one of us here, if you are currently working for someone running a business, whether you're sole proprietor, Sendirian Berhad, whether you're a listed company, whether you're an employee, as long as you are drawing an income, salary, profit, sales, whatever it may be, as long as you're drawing an income, you will be taxed. Okay? It doesn't matter where you are in the world, whether in Malaysia, whether in Singapore, whether in US, whether in China. As long as you draw an income, whether you're an employee or company, you will get taxed. And tax is going to kill you and make you die poor. Why? If you take home a salary pay slip, some of you, Zayden told me tomorrow is coming. You haven't received your pay slip, huh? He keeping, you should ask for it. Before you even receive your check, guess what? A sum has already been deducted from your salary. Okay? The worst part is this. The more salary you make, the more you get tax. That's life, period. There is no argument. Don't argue me. But why? Don't ask me. It's the way life works. That's how the world works, okay? The more money your business makes, the more tax your company is going to get taxed. You got it? So it's all by brackets. You want to know the brackets? You just go to Malaysian businesses. It'll tell you all the numbers over there. All right? Tax is the first thing that can kill everyone over here. And the whole idea about it is knowing, identifying what can kill you. Tax is what can kill you. Without you knowing how to manage your taxes, and if you don't file your taxes next month on time, you get penalized even more. Okay? So, last time, long time ago, for a business, if you're running a business, if you do your taxes 1 year, you're fine. Then a lot of people have a lot of time to figure out how to defer taxes and cheat taxes, creative accounting. So the government becomes smarter because they get advice by people like us. So what do? They don't do taxes within a year anymore. Today, businesses have to forecast your profit every quarter. And you have to be so accurate so that you don't make any mistake. Any margin of error, they tax you some more. They penalize you more. So businesses today is becoming more and more difficult to do business. So a lot of people thinking it's easy to do business, they miscalculate the taxes, they lose money. Why? You are taxed on your profit on paper, not on the cash that you have at hand. You get it? So whatever your accountants audit as your profit, that's what you're taxed on. You may not have collected the money. For personal salary, you may have been taxed or overtaxed paid by the company. So you have to watch your taxes and make sure you're paying the right taxes. Okay? Because it ranges. The moment you are at 2,501 ringgit salary range and above, income per annum, you will be taxed 1%. And it increases. Some people don't understand. But I make 1,007 every month, why should I be taxed? Accumulation of 1 year. The moment you pass the 2,005 mark, you start getting taxed. Some of you don't even remember the first time you got taxed, right? You don't ask the question, right? That's why it's going to kill you. If you don't know how much you're getting taxed, and a lot of employees out there, they get in trouble, you know why? The company is deducting money from their monthly salary. Guess what? They are not putting into LHDN for you. So at the end, they have deducted. You leave the company, you go check LHDN. LHDN said, hey, you tak bayar. You have not been paying for the whole entire year. All of a sudden, you realize you're in debt. Why? Because they took money out from you, but they didn't put it in for you. So you still owe because they don't look at the company for that. They look at the company, they penalize the company for not paying you. But they also penalize you because you still have not paid. So do you need to know your tax? Yes? If you don't know this, it can kill you. Two things in life you cannot run away from. One is called tax. The other one is death. Okay? So you sure die one. Unless you're some saint from some don't know where lah. If not, you sure die one. Anyone here will not die one? Sure die one, huh? Sure guarantee die one. So since you're going to die, you must well make full use of your life and your time. Like today, raining heavily or jam, still come and listen to me talk. Make your life useful. And then at least you can do something better out there. The other thing is tax you cannot run. And my advice for you is this. Do not want to pay tax. By you paying tax is a good thing. Yes? It's a good thing. It means to say that you are making an income. You got it? So to pay taxes is good. You just don't want to pay so much taxes. How do you do it? I'll share with you more later on how to do it. Okay? First thing will kill you if you don't know how to manage your taxes. As you progress in your career, if you're an employee right now making a salary, guess what's going to happen? Every bracket is different one, Sometimes you say, wow, I get the increment. Actually, you say, boss, I don't want the increment. You know why? Because there's one bracket where the tax differentiation is 12% and 19%, 7% differences. So by increasing your salary by that 300 ringgit, actually you get taxed 500 ringgit. Do you understand? So it's not necessarily a good thing to get increment. So don't ask for increment. That is not what you should be asking for. You should be asking for potential growth with the company to be part ownership of the company. That's what you should be asking for. Understand? Why? Because it comes with a whole different taxation, profit margins and everything. And that's what you should be looking at. Okay, I'll teach you more later on that. Today is 1 hour, ma. You want to know more, you have to come every week, every month. First thing, tax. Second thing that will kill us is something what we call inflation. Inflation. The second thing that can make us very poor and can kill us and make us die poor as a business person or as an individual working for companies is that inflation. What is inflation? Inflasi. Apakah itu inflasi? In Chinese, I don't know. What is it called? 通货膨胀. That's what it's called. Okay, inflation. Why so long one? Inflation. What is inflation? Nobody knows. Every day you're being inflated on. You don't know what it is. Guess? Money lost from bank account because of what? Because of inflation. No lah. That's not the only reason. Inflation. Stagflation, deflation. Economics terms all come out. Everybody study, but nobody know what the hell they are. Very simple. Take your wallet out. Okay? Whatever I use my wallet to buy today, next year, cannot buy already. Whatever amount of money you have in your bank, cash at yourself, whatever you have currently, by the time next year come around, the value of the ringgit that's cash at hand will have already depreciated by 4% according to Bank Negara. That's a lie. Yesterday I saw a newspaper, lagi teruk. They say inflation 1.6%. What kind of rubbish is this? I go makan a bowl of noodles, all increased by 10%. So inflation on average, if you look at the years, used to be, they always argue back, used to be 12%, 8% per annum. Now on average in the last 5 years is 3%. Okay? This year they say 1.6. I don't believe lah. It's a lie lah. Inflation simply means that you make the same amount income, okay, but everything else seems to increase. Let me ask you this question. Your salary, your income. If you are a salaried employee, every single year, if it's a good year, on average, this is by Kelly Services Manpower, all right? The recruitment agencies, we also own one. Research shown is that if you are working with the same company, by average, if it's a good year, the company is doing well, it will increase your salary by 6% on average. For a good listed big company, 6% is already very good if they increase. Okay? That's why most people, they jump. Is that the solution? No, that's not the solution. At 6% of increment that you get on an annual basis, and reality, if I ask you honestly, if you ask your wallet, how much do you really think inflation rate is at Malaysia currently on a yearly basis? You go and buy a bowl of noodles, it was 5 ringgit. After Chinese New Year, it is 5.50. So how much inflation is that? 10%. So on average for the last 10 years, your bowl of noodles keep on increasing on. I still remember, you always say, no, I remember my father always tell me, you know what, 20 something years ago when my bowl of noodles was only 5 cents. You know how many years ago was that? So on average, if you calculate what you are making currently and you multiply by 10% every single year. So based on the 6% of increment, every single year, how much are you losing? 4% of buying power. Does it kill you in the long run? Whatever you think you have saved up in EPF, by the way, they give you interest. Wow, they're very proud one. This year, 5.4% interest they give you, right? Guess what? You're losing 4.6%. So putting money in EPF, good or bad thing? Good or bad thing? Very bad thing. Not good. So whatever money you can take out from account to buy house, your first house, make sure you purchase the first house. A lot of us don't understand buying house, which I have a topic on properties, right? And you better come for that one, I tell you. The third month, on 25th July. 3 strategies to locate, buy, and get rich from property investment. My personal success and real experiences revealed. I personally own 22 properties currently. Okay? So, I don't get rich from businesses, I get rich from properties. You want to learn how to buy or not? You see, a lot of people always think you need to buy properties from the 10%. Not true one. You got something called EPF. Yeah? Make sure you have already utilized your EPF money for study. Pay for Portman College study diploma certificate. Take the course. 1. 2. Make sure you use the money to buy properties. I'll show you how also when you come for that month. You want to be here or not that time? Yes. If you want your friends to learn also how, bring them lah, especially boyfriends who are going to share a house with you sooner or later. So, and never share a house. Share a house to stay, never mind, because they are your husband. Never share a house with the name together. Okay, always separate. People say, no, I love her, I'm going to. Then, yeah, very good. You pay off, you can give the person by cutting off the name, but never have 2 names to 1 property. No one will ever teach you this. Never have 2 names to 1 property. Banyak masalah. I'll share with you more later on. Okay? Some of you are like, yeah, because you are in the situation. Okay? Never ever do that. Inflation will kill us and make us poor. So we need to know how to hedge. The word is hedge. H-E-D-G-E. Hedging. I will show you how to do some hedging with the cash that you have. If you put money in the bank, worst of all, Maybank Public Bank interest is at what? 2.7% to 3%. If is that, and you have to lock down for 1 year. One of the most stupid things to do is to lock down your money in the bank and do nothing in there. How many of us have got a fixed deposit? Please raise your hand and say I. FD. No one dare to say. Got fixed deposit. One of the most ridiculous thing you can ever do is to open a fixed deposit. Okay? Why? Exactly what I just said. On average, even if the government say inflation rate is at 3%, they are paying you at 2.7% of interest. Guess what? You're losing 0.3%. Doesn't make sense, man. So the value of your money keeps depreciating if you don't make use of your money to do something. So like me, people always ask me, Ernie, you got all this cash coming in, you got this money coming in, why you nothing else better do than buy a college and build a college? Pumping so much effort, so much time, so much money for what? Because if you don't do anything with your money, what are you going to do with it? Go to the grave with it? Believe me, you're born into the world naked, right? When you die, also naked one. When you reach up there somewhere, you're also naked one. You get it? So you're not going to be able to take money with you. So you must well make full use of your cash that you have at hand, invest, and hedging. The word is called hedge. Hedge against inflation. So the solution to tax is called what? Pay less taxes. The solution to inflation is called hedging. All right? How do you hedge? Very simple. Whatever you have cash today, you buy something that you know will go up later on, and you buy today. So later on you sell back, you make money from it. That's the whole idea. That's called hedging. All right? These are all investment strategies. And you don't need to know a lot of very strategic, you always think the financial analyst in the bank very smart. Right? Actually, not very smart. Okay? You don't need to be very smart to know all these things, man. You just need to know what's happening in the world by going to eat a bowl of noodles. Roti canai sudah naik harga. That's mean inflation. You get it? In the last 4 to 5 years, properties have skyrocketed 100, 200%. Before the last 4 years, no such thing one. You get it? Before that, no such thing one. I bought one property, one bangunan, one shop lot. I bought it at 1 million. 1 million. 3 stories. In less than 5 years, okay, it's at 2 million. How percentage has it increased? 100%. I made 1 million net profit from doing what? Using it myself. Using it for my business. You see? So it's very important you want to grow rich as an employee, because you say, boss, I cannot become a boss. I'm not naturally going to become a good business person. Don't become a business person if you're not supposed to become a business person. Because a lot of people think, do business, go and do, they die, Okay? So it's okay if you want to become an employee. But whatever money you have as an employee, EPF lah, cash lah, don't go and party, buy a lot of nice clothes. Don't buy high heels, so many. Okay? Put the money into properties first, because in less than 5 years, you can buy a whole entire shopping lot of shoes. You get my point? Okay? That strategy is called delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. I'm a person who delay gratification in my younger years. So I delay. I invest. I just need one time, one property in 5 years, boom, 100%. How much did I just make? Can you make 1 million in 5 years just like that? Can or cannot? What did I just do? I just use my property. I just do my business 5 years, I make 1 million. You get it? Okay? That's how you make money. Properties is a big thing, which I'll share with you more how to do that. Tax, inflation, 2 ways that can kill you. 2 more things that can kill you. If you know how to hedge, you know how to lower your taxes as an individual income, which is fantastic. I can guarantee you, the tax guy who came back, I told you what, if you actually ask a tax consultant, don't be cheap, you know. Don't be cheap and say, oh, I've got to pay a tax consultant to do my taxes. If you pay a tax consultant, you tell the fella, if I give you my business, can you help me save double of that to pay you and make some money from savings? If you say yes, should you pay him? Yes, why not? And after a few rounds of getting a tax consultant to do for you, are you going to learn how to do it? Do you still need to pay him to do for you? Get the point? So, pay the experts to help you save money. That's the whole idea. All right? I got so many things happening, I don't have time to look into my taxes, but I know what to tell my tax consultant. Make sure whatever I pay you, because I write your check, you know, the tax consultant, whatever I pay you, you better save me double, you know. He say, but I don't care, but you don't do, I get another tax consultant to do. So if you want my business, get an expert to figure out for you. A tax consultant is the best person to get someone to do for you. And tell them, if I can get another person to pay you to do, can you do it for me for free? Let's say I introduce 3 persons for you. Can you do it for me for free? Yes or no? Of course, you better, yes, I give you 3 customers, you do for me for free, you stupid, I don't want a business. Sure you want what? You get 3 students for me, I let you study for free. Can or not? Can, why not? Everything is okay. You give me 10 students, you want to send 2 of your kids to study, can or not? Can, no problem. See how it works? Open it up. Don't limit. Number 3, the third thing that can kill you and make you die very, very poor is something called debts. There are 2 types of debts over here. One is called good debt, the other one is called bad debt. Interested to study here? You learn these kind of cool things, you know. My mission is to create Malaysia's youngest millionaire. And I will try to do that in 3 years' time. Okay? Once they come and study here, I teach them all these things, they go and invest, 19 years old, boom, become millionaire. Not from what? Not from opening business, from investment. Okay? Debts, good and bad. You want to have good debts or bad debts? You want to have good debts. What's the difference between bad debts and good debts? Very easy. This is called what? No, it's not bad debt. This is called what? Credit card. Can a credit card give you good debts? Aren't you happy you're sitting down here? Listen to all the auntie, uncle, or her. What is this called? Credit card. Can this give you good debt? Yeah, who said? Francis said, can. How can this give you good debt? Very good. It will give you good debt by providing you 0 interest to buy something for 3 years. For example, if you go and buy an OSIM chair, yours truly, okay? Everything in my house is by 0% for 3 years. My TV, people ask, why your TV so big, so nice one? Wow, Outlook Studios, why so many TVs one? We have almost 20 TVs, I think, in total. A lot of big TVs one. Everything I buy is on sale one. Everything I buy is 0% for 3 years one. 3 years, I buy a TV for 4,000 ringgit. Divided by 3 years, how much do I pay every month? 3 years debt, every month I pay. Did I lose money on interest? 0% interest. Good debt or bad debt? Good debt. Can this also be a bad debt? Yes. Why is it a bad debt? You don't pay every month, they come and kacau you, tambah, compound. You get it? A lot of people are very afraid to have credit card. They always say, oh, credit card no good, no good. Very good if you have discipline to pay every month. Use all the credit card to benefit you, especially buying properties. But make sure you are disciplined. You're not disciplined, you miss one payment, you're finished. Okay, it will compound very quickly. So I have been in this good debt thing for a very long time. So every month I bayar so much. So make sure you bayar. So every single thing I'm leveraging on the bank's money. You get it? So to overcome using good debts, leveraging on other people's money. In this case, the bank's money. And every single month, I can use the bank's money for at least 30 days. Every single month. Calculate, don't use at the 27th. Know exactly when your repayment monthly. So if I know your repayment money, I can use the bank's money for 30 days without paying a single cent. But for buying things, I can use it up to 3 years without losing a single cent in interest. The most recent purchase, I bought a property, Subang, USJ, U1. I used my credit card to buy. I paid 10,000. 10,000. The deal is that they pay for all the lawyer's fees. So I don't pay for a single S&P and also bank, nothing. I pay zero. Okay? I do not pay a single cent, and then after the first drawdown, the moment I sign the loan agreement, the bank pay the developer. The developer will pay me back 40,000. They will pay me back as a discounted once the bank draw down. So how much did I just make back from using credit card? 30,000. What did I do with the 30,000?
You do the same thing.
I buy more properties. You get it? Did I pay out a single cent at all? That's what we call no money down buying properties. Understand? So when you ask, people say, you can buy property with no money down, no money, how do you do it? Good debt, bad debt. How you use it. Rachel? What is this called? No! What is this called? Credit card. That can become either a good debt or bad debt. We want to have good debts. Make sense? We want to have good debts. And good debts is when you're using the bank's money to have good debt. The more money you can use from the bank, the better it is. In the next 5 years, if you know, how many of you bought a property in the last 5 years? Nobody. You better start buying more properties. Okay? Why? If you bought a property 5 years ago, the base lending rate, what's the base lending rate? You need to talk to bankers more, okay? Where you have a percentage of, let's say, BLR of minus 2.4. But many years ago when you first bought, it was actually BLR minus 3 point something, perhaps lah. If you refinance today, are you paying much less interest? You understand how this thing works? Okay, one person not hit, means the rest don't know. Okay, never mind. That one is another class altogether. During the property, when you come back, then I teach you. Okay, come back property, I teach you how BLR works. So bottom line is, debts will kill you if it's a bad debt. Good debts will make you rich. Now, the other thing I want to say is this. If you know this information, please do something about it. If you know this information, you do nothing about it, what's going to happen? Nothing. A lot of people go for a lot of seminars, talks, this and that and everything. You know. After they leave the talk, then they go back, their wife asks you, hey, worth spending the 1 hour earning? Yeah, man, learn a lot, learn so much. 1 year later, they're still coming for the session. Hey, you bought your property yet? Not yet. So the only difference between a lot of people and me, you know what's the difference? I got balls. I do things people don't do. I will take action. Screw up, don't screw up. Don't listen to people say you will screw up one. You will only screw up if you don't do anything. For as long as you do something, you're committed, you keep on doing things to make it better one until it works. And the biggest thing is this. When people ask you, can buy property, you know what's the worst thing I hate listening to? No money, how to buy property? If you say no money, guess what? No money. No money. I always got money one. I will never say no money one. I will just figure out how to find the money to do it. And most importantly, it shouldn't be your money. You just need to figure out whose money to use. In other words, which bank? Get it? Okay? Don't ever, first thing I teach students who come and study business with me, don't ever use your own money to build businesses. Always use the bank's money. Why? If I go to a bank, I get a term loan. On average, standard term loans are at 8% to 10% term loan. You look at it, wow, 8 to 10%, high or not per annum? Pretty damn high, okay? However, if I run the business, on average, I will set a target. I will not make anything less than 30% per annum profit. So is it okay to take the loan? How much am I paying back? Okay, ma, I still make 20%, ma. That's pretty good profit, not using a single cent of my own money. Okay? So you got to make sure, a lot of Chinaman businessmen, you know what they teach you? They teach you, hey, first 2 years start business, make sure you lose money. Stupid. Don't ever lose money on your accounts. Why? Once you audit your accounts, the bank is going to want to look at your audited accounts. They look at it, wow, 3 years in a row lose money. Sorry, don't talk to us. Even you have 1 ringgit profit, it is still a profit. Doing business, if you have income, as long as you have not credit card more than what you make, is a good thing. As long as you have 1 ringgit, can you invest? Yes or no? 1 ringgit also can invest. Go casino. Invest in that. Kalau you Muslim, janganlah. Yeah? The fourth thing that can make us very poor, the fourth and final one, global, worldwide, everybody, same thing. Tax, inflation, debts, and the last and final one is called retirement. A lot of people always ask me this question, Ernie, you've done so many things, you do this, you do that, you talk, make enough money, especially in Chinese New Year recently. One of my aunties asked me, wait, you work so hard, make so much money, enough lah, why you still do so many things for what? Time for you to retire. Bloody hell, last week only I turned 40 years old. You want me to retire at 40 years old? Do what? For the next 40, 50, 60 years of my life? Die faster. One biggest problem with most people is this. You will die poor if you think about retiring. For as long as your mind is functioning, you're able to work, you keep working, work till you die. Why people like Mahathir, Lee Kuan Yew will never die one? I really hope they stop working, then they can die. Okay? Why would they never die? Because they never think about retirement. Your China Premier, what's his name? Recently just hand over. The new one, is it? The old one? In English it's called Gu Jintao. Thank you so much for your profound answer. Gu Jintao. I don't mean to be rude lah. If he slowed down a lot and he stopped really working hard, he would die very fast. History research has proven, if you stop working, you stop being active, you stop making your brain function, you die very, very fast. Okay? So my advice to you is, how do you not die poor? Is to make sure you work for the rest of your life, leisurely at your own pace. You get it? Some people, they work until heart attack, die also faster. So, also not so good. So you need to work at your own pace, knowing exactly what you need to do. And this is exactly what I want to do. I want to educate my staff, I want to educate everyone. If you know these 4 things over here, you will live longer and you start to get richer. First thing in winning a basketball team, if you ask all the best coaches, and if you ask Michael Jordan, you know Michael Jordan? Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, all the big NBA stars, Yao Ming from China, some of you say, wait, why American? Yao Ming, yeah? Malaysian belum lagi, Ernie Chen maybe something. Who say I cannot? I'm 5'3". The shortest NBA star is 5'3". Yeah, Maxi something. Anything is possible. But more important for you to remember is this, is that you must play and understand defensive before aggressive. You must always play defense before you play offense. Always remember that. So the first thing to get rich is to know how to defend. There are some teachers out there in the world, people that have learned some things also, with a lot of things I disagree also, like Kiyosaki, and some people like Donald Trump. A lot of things I agree, but also a lot of things I disagree. They are really offensive like crazy one. They offend people also. They say things to offend people, say this and say that one. Offensive is not a bad thing. People like Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, they buy. I tell you, at 22, you know how many they got? 2,000-3,000. Is it a good thing or bad thing? Good thing or bad thing to have 2,000-3,000 properties? Huh? Good for them. Not good for majority of the people. Why? There's something called EQ. What is EQ? Emotional quotient, right? Most of us here, if we receive SPM results today, okay, Some people receive 8 A's, can also commit suicide one. Some people receive 8 A's, they will go and jump off the building, you know. Then you go and find a letter in their diary, I targeted 10 A's. If I don't get 10 A's tomorrow, I'll kill myself. He got 8 A's, he still jump off and kill himself. You get my point? So, the emotional quotient of Donald Trump, the emotional quotient of Kiyosaki, they are very strong. Here. They fall down today, everything loose, tomorrow can come back up. You know. Majority of human beings, they fall down today, habis cerita, tomorrow you find them in newspaper, Chinese newspaper. Girl wearing red t-shirt, no, red t-shirt. Yeah. Jump off building at Sri Kembangan after eating cipau kai. Very dangerous. Do you understand my point? So, any of these things over here, what they do doesn't mean you must do. They always teach you offensive. But I always teach people, before you become offensive, you take offensive, you become a striker, goal, you score goals, before you become shooting goals in front, to win a game of basketball, all coaches, all good players will always tell you, you win by defense. You got to know how to protect yourself first before you go out there. So just now when I said, one of the most stupid things to do is to put money in fixed deposit, right? Correct? Ask me, do I have a fixed deposit?
Yeah, fixed deposit.
Yes, I do. So, a bit weird, right?
Right.
What did I say just now? If you put money in fixed deposit, what does it mean?
You're actually losing money.
One of the most stupid things to do, right? One of the most stupid things to do is put money in fixed deposit because you're losing money by putting money in fixed deposit. Now you ask me,
Why?
do I have a fixed deposit?
Do you have a fixed deposit?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Why am I doing such a stupid thing, right? You see, in life it's like this. Before you will play offense, you must play defense. Yeah? Don't ask me how much I have in my fixed deposit lah, but I have a fixed deposit. You get it? Your fixed deposit, you don't have to tell people how much you make or how much you have in your bank. Your fixed deposit must be able to do this. Okay? You copy these 4 things down, I teach you how to not die poor. Very important. To achieve financial freedom. How do you play defense? Very easy. Your fixed deposit must be this amount and only this amount. Okay? Calculate all your personal expenses on a monthly basis. You should say insurance, car, housing repayment, this, that, everything. Taxes for the year. Calculate everything. Okay? Calculate for the year. So let's say it is 120,000. On average per month, how much is that? 10,000. So 10,000 per month, you need to make sure your fixed deposit must be able to tahan how many months? 6 months. Never put more than 6 months of your total expense in FD. That is called defensive playing. You got it? Don't become like the Donald Trump and Kiyosaki. Very scary when they teach people things. I go and talk to them. Oh, crazy, you teach people all that. They're not you, no. You understand? Because they don't have the what? EQ. Not many people have that kind of EQ one. They are used to losing billions today and tomorrow make back one. How many people in the world you know, today lose billions, tomorrow can make back billions one? Not many lah. So don't play the game they play. Learn the strategies, learn the things, but make sure you do that according to your own EQ. Make sense? Defensive, always very important. Okay? Number 2. Second thing is this. Once you have played defensive, now you learn how to play offensive. Now after you learn how not to die poor, how many of us here want to learn how to get rich? Yes. So this is called offensive. Now we learn strategies to make money. 4 ways to die poor, 4 ways to get rich. And if you look at the series of my talk, it will cover all 4 ways in thorough detail one. So what I'm going to do today is give you an overview of how to make money, how to get rich. In the following months that you will come, I'll tell you specifically how to make, like for example, where to find properties. Because I know exactly where to find. Every weekend I look for properties one. Okay? It's my favorite pastime. Is to go and shop for properties. You know what's the best kind of properties to shop for? What's the first thing you do when you buy properties? What do you think you should do?
Location.
Sorry?
Look at location.
Wrong lah. And then the standard, everybody say the same thing. Location. What's the first thing you would do? If you want to buy a property, what's the first thing you would do? Budget. Don't worry about budget. You wait for budget, you never buy property. What's the first thing you would do? Huh? No lah. Let's say today you decide, Rachel, let's say you're getting married lah. Then you discuss with your husband-to-be, we want to buy a house. What's the first thing you do? How do you look for it? What do you do? What do you do to survey? Oh, you look for real estate agent? Die lah. Never buy property from real estate agent. Never get real estate agent to look for you unless you have used them for the past 10 years. Newspaper, ayo, lagi teruk.
Online search.
Never ever do those things.
Look for a house.
Oh, you want to know, then? Okay, tonight I just teach you one thing. You come for the next one, I teach you everything. Want to know? Okay. If any property needs to advertise, is a property you do not want to buy. I repeat, if any property need to advertise, is a property you do not want to buy. Why? Why would someone's fantastic location, beautiful thing, everything fantastic need to advertise that? Do I need to advertise Michelle so beautiful? Don't need, man. Don't need to tell people she's beautiful. Because everyone will, wow. You get my point? Anything fantastically amazing, great property with great developers' name, with strong bankers, no need to advertise one. All the good property buyers will already know one. You know why? Their existing customer want tax. They tax to their existing customer base. They will come before you line up in front the first day. Sometimes you wonder, how come I'm the first one to line up? The moment open, 2 blocks sold already. 2 blocks sold. It's called inside trading already. Sold already. You get it? I buy properties like that one. So I receive, how I buy properties? Hey, where's my phone? Oh. I buy properties from my real estate agents. I got 20 real estate agents working for me. Free of charge, I don't pay them one. They only get paid when they sell me a property and the developer sell them. Not me. I don't pay them a single cent. You get it? Instead of them advertising, developers are working with the real estate agent to push out to their customers who have cash at hand to buy properties immediately. So they will quickly just call them, they will text me, hey, Mr. Ernie Chen, I've got this property, at Interested? Yes. Send over, sign, done. So in less than 2 weeks, they can sell 2-3 blocks, and before you know it, you go and line up, done. So no need to advertise. The best kind of property to buy are properties that do not advertise. Get it? Okay, so that's one strategy that I'll teach you more in the property session. How do I locate, buy? Okay lah, just to answer why I answer no good at location. People always tell you, right, buy properties, buy at good location. Correct? Good location. Correct. Okay. There's no such thing as good or bad location one. Why? No such thing one. There's no such thing as good or bad location one. Why? Very simple. If I live in Seremban, which is the cheapest place to buy property in the whole of Malaysia, you can buy a house for 100,000. Okay? Only in Seremban. Alright? Is it a good location? Yes or no? What did I say just now? There's no such thing as good or bad location, right? So is that a good location?
It depends on.
If your life is there, is it a good location? It's a damn good location, ma. For the person who grew up there and never intend to live in KL, so busy traffic jam stress me out coming here. People usually stress when they have to talk. I very stressed going to give a talk. Okay? Oh, jam. So for people who live in Seremban all their life and they have no intention coming out here, is that a good property, good location? It's a damn good location. Because they have no intention to come out here. You get it? A location is all depends on who you are, where you're from, what you intend to do. That's how it works. You got it? So don't listen to all these people say, as long as it's a good location, you buy. What is a good location? Do you know Sri Hatamas right now? Good or bad location? Sri Hatamas, good or Mont Kera, good or bad location? Mont Kera. Good or bad location?
It's pretty popular.
Pretty popular. Good answer. Is it a good location? It used to be a very good location if you bought earlier. Today, occupancy rate, which I went personally to see, 70% kosong, most of the condos that are out for rent. So is that still a good location? You buy. Don't ever listen to real estate fellas say. You know why? I went to this property investment thing. The CEO of Niao Damansara office, start with the R. Ripfield. Any Ripfield agents over here? No? Okay, good. I can hunt them. Okay. Ripfield, one of the biggest agency force, about 800 of them, all over Malaysia selling Ripfield properties. One of their core areas is Mont Kiara. Mont Kiara, they're selling, and they make money from selling Mont Kiara. For the 70% of occupancy, no one renting. They tell people, you must buy, because there's nothing to buy. If you don't buy, you better buy. Of course, the real estate fellas say buy, why? They make money from transactions. They don't make money if there's no transaction. So you listen to a real estate person, they will do whatever it takes for you to buy, they'll do whatever it takes for the person to sell. Do you think they really have your needs, interest? That's their living. They are on commission-based one. So the last person you ever want to listen to is real estate agents. But the first person you want to get information from is real estate agent. I repeat, listen very carefully. Okay? The last person you want to trust is real estate agent. The first person you want to get information from is real estate agent. See the difference? Gather all the information free of charge one. They work for you one. They will call you. They will give you this information. You get all. What do you say? Thank you very much. I'll analyze. I'll get back to you. And make sure you get back to them so they keep on working hard for you. They give you all the information. You analyze. You decide. Never listen to them. They will tell you, the owner will sell one faster. You need to buy now. You buy now. Still got 70% occupancy. Jangan buat benda bodoh. Okay? Not a very good thing. Then some people tell you, but you buy so many properties, make sure you start paying off some of the properties and make sure they are paid off. Different people will teach you different things. Some people tell you to hold it for 30 years, for as long as possible. Some people tell you pay off as fast as possible. Who's right, who's wrong? It all depends on your... Get it? So there's no right and wrong. Everybody has a different EQ and you must play a different game. So what you need to learn is, you need to learn the overall strategies. And based on your EQ, you make your decision. You get it? Don't ever let anyone make your decision for you. But one decision is a must. You must start investing. Today, not tomorrow. Because it will keep on increasing in price. Got it? Okay? I've got another 20 minutes. Now I will show you how and where. Since I already said the first thing. First thing, and the easiest, safest, quickest, fastest. When I say fastest means about 5 years. Okay? Safest, easiest, quickest, highest capital returns, okay, is property investment or real estate. Real estate means to say properties or land. Okay? I usually tell people don't play land first. Play properties first before you play land. More complicated. Properties a lot easier, straightforward, sign, tap, done. Okay? So, play properties first. Don't go into real estate and play land. Get it? Always play properties. Once you're familiar with properties, then you can go and talk about land and everything else. Alright? And also be very careful. There are a lot of these people, some companies by the name of Wharton. They're very big brand names. You know what they do? They sell you properties that are in Hawaii, Canada, Texas. There are a lot of all these people out there. Okay? Don't buy anything out of Malaysia. Don't buy anything out of where you're living within 25 to 30 kilometers for your first property. Don't ever buy anything out of Malaysia until you have bought at least 5 properties in Malaysia. Okay? A lot of scams out there. So don't, wow, guaranteed 27% return within 1 year. Nonsense, no such thing. Alright? How they do it, I'll tell you more during the property session. Alright? My objective of having this session is because I've gone through a lot of pain studying property investment, buying properties, kena con, kena cheated a bit here and there, but I learned a lot, so I want to teach people for free so that you don't kena con and you buy a good investment. And what's important is that when you buy your first investment, you make your first big chunk of money. Your first property is the most important. Most important. Okay? Buy a property, a condo, not to stay in. Buy your first property that is a condo that is below 350,000. Your first property. Buy it to invest and sell it in 6 years. Okay? That is the most important thing that you must do. Why? Because in 6 years' time, it would definitely have appreciated easily nothing less than 50%. With that money, what do you do? With that money that you make, that's when you... So your first property, very, very, very important. Don't buy to stay. Buy to invest. Rent a room and stay. That's called delayed gratification. How many of you say, no man, I don't want to live with my mother. You, what's so special about you don't live with your mother? Leave your mother free of charge, why not? The whole idea is to live with your mother for as long as possible. Okay? Free of charge ma. You're like paying your bilik punya rental, you're working, pay 400 ringgit, 500 ringgit lah. Buy an investment condo below 350,000. Sure approved loan man for you. Whatever money you make, 1,008 also they approve one. Buy the first one, 6 years. Why not below 6 years? 5 years, if you sell anything before that, they will charge you real property gain tax. So don't sell within 5 years. Okay? Let the bank untung 5 years, it's okay, well, never mind. They loan you so much money, ma. On the 6th year, you will make back already. Sell that at the 6th year. Don't, you know, some people tell you, hold 10 years. For as long as you hold, you don't lose money. The moment you sell, you lose money. But if you don't sell the first one, you where got money to buy more? Do you understand? So how did I buy a lot of properties? My first one was very critical. I made 300,000 cash from my first purchase property. Sunway Damansara condo. Okay? I bought 180,000. I sold 480,000. Made 300,000 cash. What do you think I would do with 300,000 cash? That time they haven't imposed the 30% down payment yet. Make sense? Very quickly pay off as many as you can early on. Once you're paid off, use those properties and refinance. I'll teach you that on the property. Then you can come back. Want to come back and learn more?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
This one. HSBC people not allowed. Can lah, yeah, who say not allowed? Property investment, the first thing, this is offensive. This is where you play offense because I already do what? Defense. Always play defense first before you play offensive. Don't even think about offense if you have not done your defense. Okay? And you keep on changing one because it's a live one. So your expenses will increase. But if you lock it down, it will not increase. Second thing that you can do is called paper investments. Paper investment. What are paper investments? You buy a piece of paper with money, it's called paper investment. What do you usually buy that give you a piece of paper? What? Huh? Bonds. What else?
Stock market.
Stock market, piece of paper only ma. What else? Insurance is a piece of paper ma. Insurance is never investment one, by the way. If any insurance agent come and tell you, this one I tell you, you put lot of money will come back one, it's a good investment. You never ever talk to that agent ever again. If anyone do insurance here? You do insurance? Is it investment? Insurance. Sorry?
You can't earn many money in insurance, just to protect.
Good. So you can still be in the room, huh? Very good. Insurance, the key word is this. Insurance is not about investment. Insurance is about protection. Okay? Never buy insurance to make money from it. You will never see money from buying insurance one. Insurance is to take care of you and your family if anything ever happens to you. Understand? Okay? Make sure you never buy, have that mind. Insurance is to make money. Cannot make money one unless you die. You die, then money go to them. If you consider making money. Okay? One more paper asset, which is the most important paper asset, is called coming to study at Portman College. I give you paper. The paper is very mahal because you learn from me. You get it? All right? So that's also paper investment. Number 3, paper investment. I will have one session that going thorough depending on your personal style. Some of you like to invest into stock market. There are many different styles. There's the Warren Buffett style. Warren Buffett is very slow one, single-minded. Meaning to say, if you have a lot of cash, nothing to do with your money, right? Okay? The stock market is like this one. Correct or not? Is the stock market like that? In the last 60 years, is the stock market like that? No. Sometimes it's like this, right? Is it like that? Something like that. Lah. See, the thing is this. If you are a Warren Buffett investor, you got money, you got 10,000, you have nothing better to do with 10,000. What do? You buy indices, you buy here, you hold, go down, you hold, you sell here. 60 years later, here to here, did you make money? Yes or no? For as long as you hold, 60 years later, you maybe, but you hold. Property, any investment, as long as you have holding power, you will make money. Doesn't matter what investment. As long as you have holding power. If you have no holding power, you chalak. Kena here, you have no holding power, crash, you hancho. Make sense? Okay? So, whatever investment, as long as you have holding power means you can pay the refinance every single month to the bank, and crash, you still boleh tahan, no problem. Warren Buffett says, he has $25 billion cash at hand. Stupid, no? Stupid, right? Very stupid, right? $25 billion cash at hand, you know. Every single year depreciating how much? A lot, ma. But from a standpoint, you say, I'm afraid I have 25 billion cash. Not enough. Not enough. Because when it crashes, it can be very, very bad. You get it? So holding cash is not necessarily a bad thing if you are running big investments and big businesses. If you have nothing to buy, don't buy. Hold cash. It's better to lose value of your ringgit than to lose money in the stock market. I repeat, it's better to lose money in value than to lose money in the stock market. Because losing value of the depreciation of your value of your ringgit, not so siong. Everybody also kena ma. Not so sakit. Not so painful. But not everybody go stock market ma. You see the flood jatuh, the whole heart can jatuh on, you know. So to do this, this must be very strong. Again, it is EQ. Okay? Next. After paper investment, what can you do? You can also invest in what we call commodities. Commodities. What are commodities? Commodities are economics. They teach you a lot of commodities. When those economics, Grace is an economics graduate. I also took economics in Form 6, but I failed. But I do pretty well today, so those theory is good to know, but not so practical in real life of how fast it needs to be. Commodities is like this. They teach you, this is a commodity, this is a commodity, this is a commodity, this is a commodity. Anything that has a lot of things on a product become a commodity. A commodity does not have brand value. A commodity is rice, sugar, tea, what else? Gold, silver. There are two types of commodities. Value commodities and no value commodities. The value comes from where?
From the demand.
One word. Not from demand. Not market. One word only. Wait. Useless? No. You listen this word, you'll be like, wow. Very fantastic one. Value commodities and no value commodities. Okay? Sugar, water, pen, rice. All are commodities. Gold, commodity. But some are value, some are no value. This word called, I think I spelled it correctly. Scarcity. Correct spelling? No one there. One. That's why I'm very brave. I will talk until, you get it? Scarcity brings the value up. So you as an individual, you want to make yourself high value by what? Being so uniquely different, so special, so amazing that people must want to come and work with you. You understand? Scarcity makes value commodities. Everybody today, water, go back, take shower. Tomorrow, take shower. Shit, take shower also. Wash hand, take shower again. Eat already, shower again. Tomorrow, no water come. Money, we will pay everything for water. Make sense? So, scarcity makes a commodity expensive. And if you know today what are limited, gold already very high. People say very high, right? Do you think gold is going to go up even higher? Of course. Of course, because it's not going to increase. Population increasing? Yes, that's what makes it more scarce. Make sense? The more people, the less, the thing is the same. Gold is gold. Why is this thing can have inflation? Why? Why is this so different from gold?
Because you get to print as much as you want.
Because it's just a piece of paper, Ada pokok print lah. You print, keep on printing. Gold, can you print gold? Can you find more gold?
You might, but it's hard.
Which one is easier?
Printing is easy.
Print easier lah. Photostat. Color. I'm not encouraging you to do that, Itu jangan record. Nanti edit lah. Nanti kerajaan come and look for me. So anything that's very difficult to find, very hard to make, that is high valued commodities. Understand? So things that you want to buy, gold, silver, right? Collector's item, antiques, art, wine. The wine, the longer, the better one. Okay, these are what we call alternative investments. Okay, things like stock market, those are traditional investments. So don't do all these alternative things. Always do traditional first. Once you're familiar and your EQ go up, you do traditional, then you do non-traditional, alternative. Okay? Don't buy properties outside the country. Don't buy land somewhere first. Buy your normal properties. What's your first property you should buy?
A condo below 300,000. Wait till 6 years, then sell it.
Wow, very good student. Okay? To stay or to rent out?
To rent out.
To rent out. Never buy your first property to stay. No matter what you say. I've been working so hard. Chinese behavior. Michelle will have the tendency. I work so hard. I want to provide for my mother. I want to make sure during her lifetime I can give everything I can to her. Tell your mother, 6 years' time, I can give you what you really want. Now, these 6 years, let me pump into this house and invest first. 6 years later, I sell it. I got this money. I buy a bigger one for you. And then I buy 4 more. 4 more to invest, 1 to stay with you. Understand? Remember that. Never forget what I teach you. You do what I teach you, you'll be very successful. Because I do everything I teach people one. And I don't teach you the things I make mistake one. I only teach you what works. And you know what's the best part? I am very current. I'm very current with everything that's happening in the market one. Okay? There are a lot of mortgage things that you can learn how to do. Come for the property session. Want to come for property session? How many people is going to come for the property session? You don't raise hand means not coming. Coming out. Okay, very good. 1 hour, you can get a lot of money. I tell you, people pay me a lot of money to listen to me talk. You get for free. Because Portman people, I like Portman. Okay? Scarcity. Third thing. The last and final thing. If you notice how I write, property is the first thing you look into. Easiest, fastest. When I say fast means 6 years. Easiest, fastest, safest, highest return, best bet for you who are a beginner. This is where you should go. And I already told you what to buy first. Number 2, paper. Imagine a 19-year-old boy walking here after SPM. They learn all these things from Portman. Cool or not? Well, they can be multi-millionaires by the time they are 23. How the hell are we expecting Malaysia to have a, what's his name, Facebook guy? Mark Zuckerberg. At the age of 25 become billionaire if we go through the standard normal way. So after our diploma, they are at what, 22, 21? 20, 21, 21? 21 years old can become millionaire. If they go through the normal state, going through all 4 years and not doing all these things, cannot get there one. No way. Then they come and start after degree 23, start a career. Too slow. Yeah? And inflation is moving too fast. Fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is when you have extra cash, nothing better to do, don't know what to do. Like Grace buy a lot of very expensive bags and shoes and very kaya and great. So you nothing else to do already, then you buy commodities. Okay, if not, don't buy. Last, until you have done all this, this is where you go. What are business investments? Business investment is two things. One, you start a business. I only encourage people who think you have done all this and you think you have that kind of fire, then you start a business. If you don't have a fire, like this kind of person, don't simply start business. Don't listen to people who tell you start business, you can die one, Okay? Not everyone meant to become a businessman. All right? And there's nothing wrong being a professional manager who can buy stocks in all these other areas and still be rich. It's about getting rich in any of these four ways. You get it? It's not getting rich in one way. You can get rich in many, many ways. And these are some of the ways. Business, investment, two things. One, start your own business. Second way of business investment is called, start so many business already, buy lah. Get it? So it's Portman a business investment. It's a business investment. I bought some of my other businesses and I buy businesses because it's a good investment. It's a very high valued potential returns of a business. You got it? So always look out for high returns, potential, capital gains businesses that you enjoy and believe in, because it makes it a lot more fun, a lot more fantastic lah to do one. Yeah? Don't sleep 24 hours a day, three times within a week also never mind one. I love movie making so much. I sometimes don't make money also, I do one, but I make lah. Because it's so much fun. I don't sleep, I rush from one place to another also, it's very fun, so I don't mind doing. So it's always good if you invest into things that you enjoy. So make sure out of these four areas that you do offensively, once you have covered your defense, make sure you do wherever you feel you can make money into. Okay? How many of you here knew all this existed? Yes? Okay, good. How many of us here are doing any of these things over here? Okay, very good. Then you're on the right track. The only thing is, offensive means to say what? Double up, step up, speed it up. Especially those of you who have not bought your first property. Come and talk to me. I'll teach you personally how to buy your first property. I already told you exactly how to do it. After the session, you come back. That day after you come back, that day, you become a property guru. You don't have to listen to all these people talk. Yeah? You see, a lot of people, they do that field. All right? But they're not willing to share one. Real property investors, they don't share one. They all simpan one. You understand what I'm saying? Real people who really buy, they don't share one. They really don't share one. Yeah? I share with you where I buy my properties, where I sell, how much I sell, how much I make, I can tell you. Why? Proven, done before already. Yeah? Once you have accumulated a certain number, very easy, you start to keep the same bankers, keep the same mortgage sales guy, keep the same insurance fellows, keep all the same. So everyone understand each other already. They want to make money because they make commission. They are KPIs. You keep them, they always tell you how much loan. Like right now, I can tell you, I know exactly how much more loan I can take one from the bank. Because they will tell you, oi, bro, too much already, your gearing too high. You need to sell this amount, or you need to pay off this amount so that you can use this amount to refinance. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Be best friends with your mortgage sales consultants, the guys who will run back there to do your calculation for you and come and tell you, hey bro, too high gearing. You need to do this in order to do this. This one you must do this to refinance this to get this. You still want to buy, right? Okay, this is what I advise you. Then you listen lah. After you make your own justification. Okay? After the week 27 July, you come back, you will know all these things. I'll teach you exactly what goes on in the deal before you sign your first 10% off. Yeah? And your first is only 10%. You buy a $300,000 house, how much do you have to have? 30,000. Do you have 30,000? No. Do you need 30,000?
No.
Huh?
No.
Yes, you do. Not your money. Do you still need 30,000? Yes. Of course, my 10% you still have to 30,000. But do you need 30,000 of your own money? No. Can you get 30,000? Yes, very easy. Show you how, huh? Credit card. What's this? Yes. This is called a credit card. How do you do it? Very simple. Do you have something that you want to buy in the next 1 month? Yeah. Something that costs about above 1,000, 2,000? Yeah. You have something? Yeah. What is that? A camera. A camera. How much is it going to cost?
About 9.
Sorry? 9,000. Very good. I tell you what. Can you give me the $9,000 cash and I charge into my credit card? Is it possible? Yeah. Yes? Is it a 0% free thing? Let's look for a 0% free thing and the bank account for that. Can? I ask you to pay me $9,000 cash. I charge my credit card 9,000. How much did I just make? Cash. 9,000. Did I pay any interest? Do I pay every single month? Do that 3 times, you have your 30,000. Isn't that cool? I bought 1 property that way. What am I?
Can you repeat it?
Then you have to come back on the 27th of July. I repeat it, huh? Listen very carefully, okay? Do you have something to buy in the next 1 month? Do you have family members, relatives, all got, right? Got, huh? Everybody, do they buy things? Do they buy things that's thousands one? Yeah? Sure got on, ma? You pay 9,000 to Canon to buy the camera, or you pay me 9,000. Is there a difference?
No difference.
No difference for you, ma. I just tell you, why don't you let me charge my credit? Because I want the points.
Okay.
You pay me 9,000 lah. I pay credit card, ma. I get 0% every month I pay lah. How much you just pay me? Do I have 9,000 cash with me right now? What do I do?
Down payment.
Down payment. Did I have to have the 30,000? I just repeat 3 times lah. 3 uncles who need to buy 3 cameras lah. Or whatever they want to buy lah. Okay? Get it? My credit card is how much? Up to 30,000 ma if you are 1,008 person. Salary lah, they give a 30,000 credit limit. Right? For someone like me, much more lah. So what do? 3 times, I take 30,000. Do I need to pay 30,000 for the deposit? Yes, I need to pay. But is it my money? It's my money, but your cash. See the difference? Have you ever heard of something like this before? Yes. Is it legal? Did you just like, wow, I love...
I do that before.
You do that before? Have you done that for your property?
No.
You have done all those things for things that you depreciate on. Yes, but you never think of it for your property, ma? Yes. Isn't it fantastic if you can do it for your property? Yes. But make sure you have the discipline to pay back every month. Most important. Okay? Amazing, right? Are we glad we came tonight? Yes. Okay. You think you're going to learn a lot from me in the next 6 months, every single month, once 1 hour?
Yes.
Okay? Because in every single area, I'm going to teach you specific things you can do anywhere in the world and make money. You think you are richer already? Yes. Are you richer already?
Yes.
Have I met my objective for my talk?
Yes.
Very good. So it's 8:35. I already tambah another 10 more minutes already. So 8:45. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for spending time here. And what I would really like from the people who are not from Portman, if you are not from Portman, if you feel that what we are teaching is fantastic, imagine what the students are going to learn here. So tell your family, tell your friends, tell everybody. Come for the talks, the monthly talks that I'm going to be doing. That's one. Next month is business. So I alternate business and personal success in different areas, right? I guarantee you after 6 months you listen to me talk and all the different things and you do the things I tell you, you'll be a whole different person for 2014. Whole different person. If you have students, you have friends, you have teachers, you have whoever, you want them to benefit, I'm doing this for free. Because this is Portman's Business Doctor CSR program. We want to help the community so the community believe in what we are doing in Portman College so that we can help the community become a better community. Right? And that's what our intention are. And the more you bring, let's say you bring a friend over here, we are rewarding the person who bring a friend 500 ringgit. So you get cash 500 ringgit. And to a certain point, you don't have to pay for your education at all. Isn't that cool? Do you have friends? Can you bring them here? Do you think they will benefit from listening from me? Do you know why Kenny brought you here? So that's what we're trying to do. Do you have a wife? Do you think your wife will benefit from listening? Definitely. We don't charge, we just provide this for free. Because we want students to come and learn the real business deal. Real business deal, why? I lose a lot of money, bro. Over the years. All right? And losing money on the good side, what do? You learn a whole lot of things. All right? You don't learn things from the economics books for like 30 years, still the same. Okay? You learn really what's happening in the market, stock market going up, going down. Very real business. And that's why I want to help the students. And so when we tell the students, I'm going to teach them this thing, I'm going to teach them these things, Every single month, the students are expected to come here. And I'm going to teach them. They learn their tertiary education, but we also drill them all this real life happening. Okay? Then we get our insurance friends to share with them, hey, insurance career. You can become a self-ownership proprietor and everything. Everything that you work in, you can make money on. Whether you're an employee or business owner, you just need to know which one is best suited for you. And you must do. If not, you will die poor. Okay? Thank you very much. Have a good evening. All the best. See you.
Yeah,